All right, so this is Julia Fox, famous for dating Kanye West, and she's an Italian model. She's been in a couple of movies, but I want you guys to hear her take on child support court and the kind of opinions and ideas that are being downloaded into today's young women. So here we go.
Do you want to know what's something that really, truly fucking irks the shit out of me? And it makes no sense to me at all. Thank you. Okay, like why when you're going to court for child support, also this doesn't really necessarily pertain to me, this is just an observation I made, that how come when you're going to court for child support, they only award you the money of like the stuff that you would need, like the money for diapers, formula, a crib, a stroller, whatever it may be, like maybe help with your rent, whatever.
Okay, so she said that well, first of all, she said only. So, I mean, I think by definition, that's what the point of child support is that you should be getting assistance for raising a child, which would be technically funds that would go towards raising the child. So even with rent, I'm not so sure. I don't know. I mean, maybe rent can be included, but I guess it's about the lifestyle of the child. But she preceded it with only, and then she went through the list of things that are supposedly what child support is for. So listen to the rest.
But they don't pay you for your time. So if I have to now pick up your shifts because you're not here, right, Mr. Baby Daddy, I should be rewarded for that time that I put in. And I think it just goes back to like men not valuing women's time. They don't think of it as valuable as their own.
Okay, so she says that not only should you get money for rent and, you know, the baby supplies, but you should also get reimbursed for the time that you spend in court. And I suppose, I mean, the court's not going to pay it. So certainly it should be the baby daddy that should be paying that, right? And the reason why this is a bit troubling is because when someone has, I mean, we're in 2022. People aren't getting this instruction from the church. They're not getting it from their elders, like how to build families and maintain a marriage and stuff like that. That information is coming from social media. It's coming from TikTok. It's coming from pop culture. It's not coming from elders or church or even the prevailing ideas in society. Those ideas have become, you know, influenced by, you know, pop culture, by social media. And so when someone like her, and I'll make sure you can see it, this is a woman that has 1 million plus followers on TikTok. And so she makes a post like this and it gets 509,000 likes. That's 509,000 people. And, you know, her audience is, I think she said primarily women. So she may have even said 90% plus women. You have that many young women, I don't know, middle-aged women, whoever that's following her, thinking, you know what, she's right here. And so you can see in some of the comments, right? You can see in some of the comments. I feel like I'm on FaceTime, so okay. But she says, wow, I never thought of this. My president, this woman is on talk show, not rewarded, compensated. They'll never be able to afford us if we actually clocked in. Julius will lead us into the matriarchy. Like that's a great point. You can see like this is the prevailing attitude of this kind of, when someone has this kind of attitude and people are saying, you know what, you're right. We agree. It should be the case. And like I said earlier, that's the prevailing attitude. That's what people are seeing as the standard. And I would like to just say to young guys, you don't really know who's following who or what on social media. So you might be talking to a young woman or a young lady and she follows her and she's thinking this kind of, you know, this is what's influencing her values on raising a child and cooperating with someone she has a child with. And so, you know, you're not going to, if this is the data that she's downloaded for her standard for, you know, child rearing or child advice, it's not going to be very easy to, you know, have a family with that person or even to co-parent with that person. because I mean, the level of entitlement to think you go to child support court, that's your personal choice. And then you decide, you believe that you should be reimbursed for the time that you chose to go to court because you had to miss work or whatever. And then to have that many people, you know, agree with it, that kind of, like, you're going to co-parent with someone thinking that, right? And so, you know, you if this is the idol that, if these are the idols that young people have now,
Want to know what's
like, they're going to expect this kind of, they're going to, let me say, they're going to have this kind of a attitude towards dealing with you, right? And I will just say, this is just my appeal to young men, especially young men that you have your act together and you're probably doing things right. We're running out of time for traditional values in America. We are. And so, you know, one of the reasons I made my decision to relocate is partially because of that. And I just implore young men, if you have your act together, these ideas are being disseminated around the world. And if you want, we might be one of the last generations that get to experience what a traditional family is. And I implore young guys, if that's something that's important to you, run overseas, go somewhere where you can have it while we still have it. Because I don't think we're going to have it much longer. When we have influencers that, I mean, the movies, they go around the world in seconds now, in milliseconds, because they're traveling over digital cable. So these ideas are spreading around the world at the speed of electronic cable, which is basically the speed of light. So, I mean, you're going to get to where you're going and these ideas are going to already be there. So at least we just go and experience a traditional family while you still can, because what our grandparents had, that's on borrowed time. We're not going to have much more of that. It's going to be single parents and co-parenting and mixed families, and that's going to be the new future. And it's going to be polyamory and sharing. And if you have a chance to have a traditional family, you owe it to yourself to at least one time go where you can experience that and experience it before you don't have a chance to do it anymore. With that said, guys, I want to say thank you guys for watching the video. This is a video that I recommend to guys. I'm going to recommend it again because I think it's an important one. I think that the ability to monk and kind of take control of your sexual, behavior and control your nature is going to be vital for young men, because everything around you is telling you sex, 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 go get it. But everything that's in the ether in terms of what happens to responsible men that get women pregnant, especially in America, is that you're gonna pay the price for that. And you saw that in this video. So anyways, watch this video. Please like, subscribe, comment down below. Let me know what you think, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Take care, guys.